Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA, and welcome to SEMA 2024. Well, let's go for a walk through the madness of SEMA. SEMA is all about the aftermarket industry, and what better way to show the aftermarket industry than to have custom builds in every single booth there. So let's start off with one of my favorite builders in the industry, the Ring Brothers, who brought 3 extraordinary cars: a pink Cuda named Infected, a mind-numbing, simple, subtle Buick Grand National, still retaining the 6-cylinder engine, and then a Blazer that you're almost afraid to drive this down the road because it's so beautiful, and yet this thing will be driven down the road. And speaking of Grand Nationals, my personal favorite car of the show was brought out by the Dutch boys out of Michigan, and it is a stellar Grand National. They actually took a G-body and they titled it GNXS. It's not a real GNX, and the S stands for special because they made this car extra special. And I am dying to get out to Michigan and shoot this car because it is really a wonderful, wonderful build. Over at the MagnaFlow booth, my pal, my guy, my designer friend, Sean Smith, and Dave Salvaggio created a wonderful, wonderful 70 Cuda. This car is so subtle and so understated, yet every square inch of this car has been touched, and you gotta love the fact that when you pop the hood, what's waiting there to have a party is a Elephant motor making over 1,000 horsepower. Our friends at Blazin' Rods unveiled their first 2 cars ever, and the showstopper one that they brought out was a wild 1970 Chevelle, making 2,800 horsepower. This car is simply bonkers. One of my favorite parts of SEMA is getting outside of the halls and heading over to where the action is at. And Nitro Circus was throwing down, bikes doing wheelies, going ballistic, drifting. And Optima is out there with autocross cars competing for the ultimate street car. So much action out there. Another top favorite car for me was not a car, it's a truck. It's an off-road truck. It's built by our friend Rob and his team at RJ Fabrication, a Jeep Willys. When you look at this thing, just imagine this. The bed started as flat panels of metal. Everything you see is shaped into what they created. This truck is so good that it won Best in Class in the Battle of the Builders, making the top 4, and it lost to one vehicle that if I was Rob and the RJ Fab team would have no problem losing to, and that's a 1968 Charger brought to you by the Classic Car Studio. This car is truly exceptional, and it's another one that falls into that land of being understated and subtle, really done with tasteful design and exceptional craftsmanship. Congratulations to the Classic Car Studio guys for winning Battle of the Builders. Home base for me at SEMA every year is with our friends from Sweden, CTEK Chargers. They've literally become family to me. We do business together, and every single year they manage to bring in really cool, amazing vehicles. Last year was the reveal of Vicious 2.0, but this year, and any of you that watch our channel know that I'm a big fan of Dustin and his team Nostalgia Hot Rods out in Las Vegas. Dustin brought 8 vehicles this year, the primary one being showcased, unveiled in the CTEK booth. Another amazing 1970 Chevelle, radical. The stance is low, the front end is aggressive, the color is even in the realm of controversial. But this car is a stellar car, and I know my friend Dustin, they do not build show cars, they build show cars that are driver cars, and this thing's a driver, and I promise you, you will see this car on our channel. Another part I love, getting outside and going out to the Toyo Treadpass. They always have very unique, interesting vehicles. The way they curate the Treadpass is always worth walking through. And I love getting to see the Slang 500 guys out there with, again, a couple of their amazing builds. So unique, so tasteful, and so Slang 500. Another one that I look forward to seeing every year is a company we've been working with, and we've gone from working with to really becoming friends with. And, you know, we're headed towards the land of family, and that's Liqui Moly. Liqui Moly's been a sponsor on our channel for 2 years. And my friends Born Vintage brought out a beautiful 1954 Chevy Bel Air, sitting low, on air, simple, subtle, cool, hot rod. And I got to take a few minutes and walk around it with Tim. You all know him as Shmee 150. And I tell you what, I've hung out with this guy a couple times now, and he's flat out cool. This guy's got work ethic, driven, determined, and he'll stand there and hang out and talk with you if you got the willingness and the courage to walk up and say hello to him. So stoked I got to spend some time with Tim in the Liqui Moly booth. As you walk around SEMA, you'll see such an amazing variety of vehicles. I mean, it goes deep. JDM, massive trucks, so big you could walk under some of these things. Obviously, American muscle, overlanding, you name it, anything you want to see is there at SEMA. Crazy exotic cars. But it's all about the industry. It's all ultimately about business to business. And my friends at the Roadster Shop didn't even bring a vehicle this year because their focus is on showing what they do in the world of chassis and suspension components. And the new bomb they dropped this week, and it's a big one, is their Fox body platform. No fabrication required, all bolting into stock Fox body components, creating a Fox body that's gonna be a hard driver with a stance of perfection. And I got to walk through there and have some good conversations with the guys, Jeremy, Josh, and Phil. with my friend Chris Ashton from Ruffian Cars, who's going to be building our Fox body. So there might be some news to announce in the near future regarding Roadster Shop, Ruffian, and Autotopia LA on our Fox body project. Right next to the CTEK booth, HP Tuners was there revealing a few cars. The one I'm focused on here is our friend Dana had a bitchin' Chevelle built by Tony at American Legends out in Arizona. And this is just a cool, badass car, and I know Dana's gonna be having a great time driving this thing. The other one our friend Tony from American Legends brought out is a wonderful, wild Chrysler 300. This car made grade 8 at Riddler last year, which is almost impossible to do. Here at SEMA, it made top 12 in Battle of the Builders, which again is a massive win. Congratulations, Tony and the team at American Legends. Stoked for you guys. A highlight for me on a personal note is getting invited by the Roadster Shop guys for a second year to not only be at their party, but to host the awards ceremony, standing on stage with guys like Dave Kindig and Kev Dog, the Ring Brothers, obviously the Roadster Shop guys. It's such an honor to be a part of this, and just want to throw a massive thanks if you guys are watching. Jeremy, Josh, Phil, you guys are the coolest. Also want to throw out a huge thanks to anyone and everyone that came up and said hello to me. It was really fun meeting a lot of you guys, and I met my doppelganger out there. I mean, I watched this guy walking by wearing an Autotopia LA hoodie, and I said to the guys, wow, that looks like me right now. So Tim, it was great to meet you, man, and thanks for supporting the Autotopia LA team. I hope this video gives you guys some sense of just how wild and amazing it is to walk the floors at SEMA. Anything and everything you want to see as an automotive enthusiast is there. And if you want action, that's there. The people, the crowd, the vehicles, there is nothing in the world like SEMA, in my opinion. And I love that me and my team get to be a part of it with unveils and hostings and all the different things that we get to experience while we're there. So I gotta say, a huge, massive success to yet another year at SEMA. And as always, you guys, I thank you for hanging out and watching what we do. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of SEMA 2024, and I will see you in the next episode. All right, you guys, later.